The word passion is defined as a strong liking or desire for or devotion to a certain object, concept, or activity. Personally, I have found that I have a passion for meteorology. Meteorology is the science of the atmosphere and its phenomena, especially with weather and weather forecasting. I have found that I have a passion for meteorology in high school, and I am currently pursuing it in college. But before I go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Charlie Peachey, and I graduated from Concord Carlisle High School in June of 2018. I am currently a freshman at Plymouth State University, majoring in meteorology and minoring in technical mathematics. In the fall of my junior year of high school, I picked meteorology as my fall course elective. I wasn't sure what to think about the class at first. After a couple weeks, my teacher, Ms. Ruggiero, asked if I wanted to join the CCHS Weather Club to construct and launch a weather balloon. I had little to no idea what a weather balloon was at first, but I was excited to be involved in the project. I devoted countless hours of my free time into developing all facets of the weather balloon project. Ms. Ruggiero gave us all freedom to work, and we all took pride in our efforts. All the work paid off on launch day, as we had a smooth and successful launch and later recovery of the weather balloon with all instruments still attached. My passion for meteorology blossomed as soon as we let that balloon go. It's a moment I won't soon forget. Once the countdown began, my heart started pounding. 5, 4, 3. With each number, the anticipation grew even closer, until 2, 1, and it was off. The balloon started its ascent into the lower atmosphere, and the first thing I remember thinking was, wow, we actually did it. As I watched the balloon slowly rise, I couldn't take my eyes off it. Every hour of work was paying off as it slowly disappeared into the clouds. I stood in that field in southern Vermont, freezing cold and completely mystified. Where was it going to land? Will it land at all? What data is it we're going to collect? When's the next launch? Even with all these questions racing through my mind, one thing was made clear. This project wasn't just a fun science experiment anymore. It was now a passion that I couldn't get enough of, a passion that I wanted to pursue beyond high school. Following the launch, we were scheduled to give presentations of our data to other students and to film weekly weather reports in front of a green screen, both of which I wasn't very comfortable doing. After recording only a couple of broadcasts, I started to feel more natural in front of the camera, and I grew a new level of confidence each and every time I presented. When our teacher asked if I wanted to help present our data to some younger students in town, I knew I had to say yes. Several club members and I went to over 15 different classes. I enjoyed making the presentations, and I was proud knowing that I was spreading my passion to others who someday might follow in our footsteps. In January 2017, Ms. Ruggiero asked if I wanted to join along in the CCHS Weather Club's trip to the annual American Meteorological Society Conference in Seattle, Washington. Most people who attend this conference are either professionals or college students. Luckily for me, Concord Carlisle High School is one of only a few high schools to attend this conference annually. I was confident and excited to present the poster on all of our work we'd done to date. I was no longer the shy student who didn't want to get in front of the camera at the beginning of that year. Then, during the fall of my senior year, we had 3 more projects to complete. The first project was the launch of another weather balloon containing the portable weather station done in collaboration with the Morristown Beard High School in New Jersey. Sadly, not everything went as planned this time. Minutes after launch, we ended up losing contact with both GPS units in that weather balloon. We spent hours driving around Concord and Carlisle looking for any sign of that balloon. We even wrote an article to the Concord Journal asking for residents to keep an eye out for it. Miraculously, a week or so later, our GPS ended up giving out a brief and unexplainable signal that led us to discovering it caught in the branches of a very tall tree less than 5 miles away. We were so happy to find it near the area where we had originally predicted it would land. The second project to complete was our new water balloon. We collaborated with the Stratostar company to develop this project. The idea was to launch a balloon from our high school and have it sail out over the Atlantic Ocean before it eventually popped. Once it touched down in the water, it would then turn into a drifting ocean buoy before it made its journey across the ocean, collecting even more data points. We again encountered even more surprises with this experiment. We lost contact with the balloon's GPS again, but this time due to the cold atmospheric conditions that day. Now we knew we weren't going to find this balloon stuck in a tree, so we put our contact information all over the boxes, just in case someone found it. And that someone ended up being a fisherman off the coast of Nova Scotia. He sent an email to Mr. Ruggiero stating that they collected the balloon and even sent us a picture of it. And even though he did all this, he managed to throw away all our hard work. We don't know why, but this wasn't the way we wanted to end our experiment. We were still excited to know that the balloon we had launched from Concord made it all the way to Nova Scotia. The final project to complete that year was Weatherfest. This event in November of 2017 gathered together the Concord and Carlisle communities to celebrate the Weather Club's work done to date. In January 2018, we again went to the American Meteorological Society Conference, this time in Austin, Texas. 3 of us presented our work on our projects of the weather balloon weather station in partnership with the Morristown Beard High School in New Jersey. My passion and excitement allowed me to confidently present to a large group of professional meteorologists and scientists that year at AMS, including members of NASA, NOAA, and several other national universities. There's a quote that states, "Find something you love to do, and you won't have to work a day in your life." Such a quotation might seem cliche, but I found it to be true when I was working on the weather balloon projects. When I was at work with my classmates, it never truly felt like I was working. My work on the weather balloons, the community outreach, and the weekly forecast was driven by passion. Hours of work felt like minutes. I was the one judging my work, and I always demanded the best of myself. Curiosity, desire, and self-motivation drove me forward. There is no predefined date for when someone will find their passion in life. Some people may find it at age 8, others at age 18, and for some, much, much later in life. I was lucky enough to discover my passion early on. I think there are several reasons why. I would like to end with a couple final messages for teachers and their students hoping to find their passion in school. High schools, colleges, and universities need to give students more opportunities to experience what they can study. Whether it be different academic subjects, clubs, or sports, the more options for students to choose from, the greater the chance they have to discover something they love. I am grateful that I was able to take part in a meteorology class in high school and an active weather club. Most other meteorology majors I've met at Plymouth State University never got the opportunity to take a meteorology class in high school. Even rarer was an active weather club. Know that the search for your passion in life will not be an easy road to follow. While there will be obstacles in your way, you can't give up. Former President Theodore Roosevelt said, "Nothing worth having comes easy." You have to work hard to achieve the things that matter the most. Perseverance will help you develop more strength, conviction, and determination. You can't just give up when you are pursuing your passion. Our first launch was an overwhelming success, traveling almost 93,000 feet, whereas the next 2 experienced many letdowns. Our second balloon, we initially lost contact with, and our third was thrown away by a fisherman from Nova Scotia. I firmly believe that the problems I experienced in my journey will only make my successes in meteorology more fulfilling. We need skilled educators to help us discover our passions. Knowledgeable teachers provide us the instruction and guidance we require. They know how to pick us up when we fail and bolster our self-confidence to try again. When we are successful, they celebrate our triumphs and push us to excel even further. Listen to the teachers that know you the best. I owe a great deal of my accomplishments to date to Miss Teresa Ruggiero. Rouge saw in me the ability to succeed that I didn't even know was there. Rouge encouraged me to work hard, to take risks, to persevere, and to independently explore the subject I'd come to love. I can't thank her enough for her support. I plan to graduate from Plymouth State University in May of 2022. When I walk across the stage to accept my Bachelor's of Science degree in meteorology, it will only be the beginning of a dream that began 6 years earlier. I look forward to following my passion for meteorology, whether it takes me to the frigid peak in Mount Washington or the warm beaches of Cape Cod. I encourage you all to seek out your passion and joy. The pursuit of your passion will not be an easy journey, but know that it will ultimately be worthwhile when you find the thing in life that makes you happy. Thank you.